Hello, all. It's your main man, formerly known as Chef from the Maximum. That was a fun little time in my life. And this video is a little bit more on the somber side, but I've quit this channel for a while. This channel is no longer my YouTube channel. But I just wanted to post a video apologizing to one person specifically. Um, it, with the Maximum, things easily blew out of proportion, and I guess at the time I wasn't ready for YouTube channel, and there was misunderstandings. Verbal misunderstandings could often lead to videos being posted, such and such, such and such. And during the Maximum, I did this series called Rich Neighborhoods Exposed, which obviously was a bad idea. Um, and it didn't end too well. And let's just say that created certain chain reactions that created other certain chain reactions that that led to me doing something not very nice to a friend, and I never got to apologize about it, even though I was sorry for it. And I live a pretty busy life, but that's no excuse. I mean, because so I'm trying to explain everything that happened without divulging too much information. And so here's what happened. So one of my neighbors, we had a disagreement. Let's just say a disagreement, and that neighbor specifically ended up in Rich Neighborhoods Exposed because that neighbor, let's just say that neighbor was more that let's just say that neighbor was a delinquent, and so that neighbor ended up in my series Rich Neighborhoods Exposed, which talks about the bad aspects, negative aspects of rich neighborhoods, and he was one of the more negative aspects of my neighborhood, and we got into a pretty strong disagreement. So he ended up being Rich Neighborhoods Exposed, and both of our friends found it a little odd that I would put someone that I knew formally, someone that I was friends with. I'm not friends with him anymore, but someone that I was friends with in Rich Neighborhoods Exposed. And you pretty much said it was all misunderstanding, but it was all everyone took everything out of context. So like he was saying that I was explaining why I put him in Rich Neighborhoods Exposed. I was saying he did this, and this, and then you said, "Oh yeah, you probably didn't mean anything by it." And so what I did is I pretty much said, such and such person said that this person didn't mean anything by it, and then he thought such and was a joke, which can easily be miscrued as the person and who I'm apologizing to saying those things. Which okay, I'm getting tired of beating around the bushes. Okay, so my neighbor, let's just call him RB. RB isn't a very good kid. He said, let's just say he said a racial slur, and I was saying, well, he said this such and such racial slur. He said such and such about such and such people. And I put that up on YouTube. We got to like a big disagreement. And so the whole point of the series was me was like me showing all the bad stuff about living in a rich neighborhood. And eventually it came to him. So I was doing all my neighbors and stuff. I was just talking about how rich neighborhoods aren't as good as they seem. And so one of those parts I was talking about him. And yeah, so he had said a racial slur, and so I kind of took that out of context bit because my friend, let's just say, uh, trying to make a name. Let's just say my friend Bear, my friend Barney, my friend Bart. Bart was just a chill guy. Bart is really good at basketball, and so Bart he came to basketball court, and Bart said, "Oh, he probably didn't mean anything by it. He was probably just joking around." And I was like, "Yeah, well, that's no excuse to be doing crazy stuff." And he's like, "Oh, he just does crazy stuff." And everyone's just been chalking it up to, "Oh, he does crazy stuff." And I've been having a problem with RB just doing crazy stuff because like it was the final straw for me. RB he does crazy stuff all the time, but RB took it too far, and this time RB didn't apologize. So I just said, RB, you know what? If you're not going to apologize, if you're not going to do what's right, I don't know if I feel comfortable being your friend anymore if you keep doing this, and this is not how you're supposed to treat your friends. And so RB it came around, and I was like, no, I'm not really friends with RB. RB's a bad influence. My parents won't be hanging around RB. I don't really want to hang around RB, so I was gonna leave. And Bart, being both of our friends, Bart was saying, "Why don't you just stay?" And I said, "No." And then RB started saying, "Oh, you're the one that did the videos about me. You said such and such." And I was like, "RB, what I said was true." And then Bart was saying, yo, just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it on YouTube, which is true. I did not have to say it on YouTube, but I was really desperate at that time to be monetized because I really want to go to Los Angeles. I still do. But anyway, I was desperate to be monetized, and so I was trying to just get the views. I wasn't getting that many views. I was getting like 45 views a video, but it was a lot for me at that time for the channel. And yeah, so RB, and so Bart was pretty much trying to mediate with it, and Bart was essentially, I don't think Bart intended to, but Bart was essentially taking RB's side, and in a way, I felt that way, that Bart was essentially taking RB's side, but Bart was pretty much trying to say, that I took a little too far by putting it up online for the world to see, when it could possibly have been just resolved here, and that's true. And Bart was pretty much trying to mediate, and Bart was probably trying to say most of the stuff he did, he probably didn't have bad intentions by. But when you start throwing racial slurs into the mix, and then you have Virginia exposed, and Bart specifically said, "Oh, I'm not gonna. If you don't stay here and hang out with RB, I'm not gonna be your friend." I'm like, okay, well, if you're not gonna be my friend, I might as well do another video saying how you essentially betrayed me. So I did that video on Bart, and the video could have been easily misconstrued because what I just said is that Bart said that such and such racial slur is a joke. Now that can be easily misconstrued to Bart said such and such racial slur as a joke, which are two freaking different things. They're two different things. Because if you say something is a joke versus saying something as a joke, it's completely different. So what I said is that he said it was a joke, not he said. But that can be easily misconstrued as me saying that Bart said a racial slur as a joke. Instead, Bart said that RB said that racial slur as a joke. And so what I put up is I said Bart says racial slur is a joke. Now that can easily be misconstrued as, which is a problem. And I know I should not be associating any of my friends, but technically he said he wasn't my friend. But still, I took the low road, and I didn't think that I would ever see him again. I didn't think I thought he was like done with me. I thought it was like, screw you. I don't like you anymore. You're off. I was like, okay. I mean, if that's how you feel, but I didn't know things could be resolved. Which kind of like usually when you have arguments, most arguments can be resolved. I don't know. I was just thinking too much in the moment, and Bart came by the house, and Bart said, and my mom explained everything to Bart, and Bart said, "Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have essentially betrayed me." Verona, RB, yeah, RB. And my mom worked things out with Bart. I took the video down, but I haven't spoken to Bart ever since. And one of my friends that I know who is a profound liar said that they took a tour, said that they ran into Bart, and then Bart asked, how am I and RB doing? Which I know isn't true. Bart did not see that person, and Bart didn't ask how we were doing. But on the off chance that it may be true, but remember, the person who told me this is a big liar. On the off chance that it may be true, I just want to say I never got to apologize, and I'm here to apologize because originally the plan was that I was supposed to go over to your house, talk to your parents, apologize, but we never have to do that. And you know how I like to shy away from stuff, and I get scared, and yada 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 yada. Sometimes it's easier to just sit around, do nothing. I guess I don't know. I guess my life moved on, his life moved on, and Bart's hopefully Bart is doing good. And Bart, if you're watching this, you know who you are, Bart. And hopefully you understand now. I have no bad feelings. It's just a little misunderstanding. I understand if you completely see it as a lot more than a misunderstanding, and that I was very harsh to you, which you can easily see it as that. But I just want you to know on this end of the spectrum, there are no hard feelings, and that's pretty much it, Bart. I mean, Bart, yeah. So that's pretty much it. By the way, guys, Bart's real name is Peter, and I'm just saying, sorry, Peter. I don't know. So take this how you may. This is my apology. I can understand if you go, oh, that backstabber, yada yada yada. I never want to see him again. I hate him. Go to hell, you piece of garbage. But I'm apologizing. I hope you accept the apology. And Yeah, guys, this is gonna be the last video from the maximum. Definitely last video from the maximum. But I do currently have a new YouTube channel I'm working on. My new YouTube channel is linked down below in the description. So hopefully, Peter, we can make you a subscriber to my new YouTube channel. We might be able to do a collaboration together. I don't know. But the future, I don't know how the future's looking, guys. The future's looking moderately right. But I just want to give Peter this apology. And the apology was meant because I'm not trying to keep hard feelings. I'm not a grudge holder. Well, I am a grudge. I do hold grudges sometimes, but I'm not a big grudge holder. So, Bart, I just want to say I'm sorry. And I know if you think I took this too far, you never want to talk to me again. We got big beef or whatever, or anything like that. I don't want beef with you. I don't want any trouble. I don't want anything like that. But I know, Peter, you're a pretty chill dude. So, but I know this is a lot to ask for forgiveness for. But as you can see, it was just a misunderstanding. And when you add social media and desperation and a lot of things were in the mix, and you get a lot of stuff, and then views, and then YouTube, and then you throw money into the mix of, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like if two people get into an argument and one person gets paid for airing out all the business in the argument, like after those two people were like, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like he said he's done with me, he's not my friend. So I went to YouTube. It doesn't, I know, shouldn't have done it, but because things could have easily been resolved there, and I kind of just put a nail in the coffin by saying that. And I guess I do, sometimes when I get a little upset, I do let things go to my head sometimes, and I just, like, I'm not thinking about, like, how do I fix things? I'm thinking about how do I just shoot all the shots. And that's not necessarily the best thing to do when you get into an argument with someone. And obviously not, guys. And I'm just saying that when you get into an argument with someone, the best thing to do is not to just shoot shots. You're like, oh, you're not my friend anymore. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll just go home. You should be like, what is up, YouTube? Yo, you know what? Pow, pow, boom. You know, you look like a boy. And like, that's not the best thing to do if you have an argument, because it just makes things worse. And that's what I did in the situation with Peter. I made things worse. And so hopefully, maybe, I don't know if Peter doesn't like me anymore. That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but I just hope that resentment can at least be brought down a little bit by this video. Just saying that there are no hard feelings here. It was obviously misunderstanding. I did not mean to say that. And I know it seems like, and I wasn't trying to label you as anything. At least I don't remember exactly what I said in the video, but I remember my intent behind the video was not to say that he was a bad person or a racist or anything. I was just saying that my intentions were to say that he was taking Roman's side over mine, and that it was just very questionable. It was a very questionable action for someone of good character. That was my intentions of what I was saying, that it was questionable for him to be taking Roman's side. Now, obviously, he will remember more what I said because it had more of an impact on him, and I'm not trying to misconstrue anything, but what I'm saying is that I apologize, and yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have went to YouTube because we had a big argument. If I knew I was in the right, I shouldn't have had to. Technically, guys, in this side, I was in the right, and if I knew I was in the right, I shouldn't have to just go crazy. Like, you know what I mean? If Because it was such a small argument, and I don't know, really don't know what I was thinking. I'm trying to think like what logical reason. There's really only one that I was just trying to get views. That's really the only logical reason I can only think of, which is why I would do that, is to get views. But I just figured, hey, we got a bad situation. Let's make something good out of it. But instead, we just made that bad situation worse, and I didn't get anything good out of the bad situation. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to arguments, social media, and money, it doesn't really mix together. And yeah, I know in that video I probably did say some pretty hurtful things. Not hurtful, but the video itself was hurtful. Not so much the content, but the video itself was hurtful. And I don't want to hurt people anymore, or ever. I never want to hurt people. And hopefully, Peter, we can move forward. And I know you probably might never want to see me again, but I just hope that after this video, if you still never want to see me again, I just hope you never want to see me again a little bit less than you do now. And hopefully we can mend things. And feel free to reach out in the comment section below, Peter, or on Instagram. My Instagram is @CreativeSkater. Creative Skater with the 8, so creative, and then SKAER. That's my Instagram account. So feel free to DM me, reach out in the comment section. Or if you don't want to reach out and you're saying, screw this guy, his apology doesn't mean nothing to me, he can go to hell or something, just, I don't know. But I just wanted to be on the record. Me to you, I'm sorry. Misunderstanding. I hope you understand how things got misunderstood because you misunderstood. I misunderstood. I went to YouTube. You misunderstood that. We came back, settled out the misunderstandings, and I just never got to apologize fully for what I did. So here's my apology. I hope that all these misunderstandings can be put behind us. But if you feel a different way, I will respect your decision.